Hello, my name is Elvin and you are watching Accent on Cars. In this episode, I'm going to show you what W211 AMG, specifically E63, sounds like with the secondary cat delete. Make sure you stay till the end. There's gonna be a lot of screaming V8 sound. We're gonna be revving this car all the way up. I think at this point I must have shown you all sort of exhaust modifications possible on this car. Possibilities are endless, but I showed you what it sounds like with long tube headers, with short headers, resonant delete with straight pipe, resonant delete X pipe, and tune, no tune. I'm gonna leave the links to all those videos in the description box below so you can watch it for yourself and compare which setup you like the most. My goal was to cover all sort of commonly popular exhaust setups to then decide which one sounds the best. Now, obviously it depends on what you want. What I wanted on my car was just a little louder than stock, but I wanted to preserve that AMG baritone or bark to it, louder across all RPMs. And let me know in the comments what you think. Alright guys, let's rev it up. It definitely sounds louder than the previous time, doesn't it? By the way, I did a POV the other time on a stock setup. Today we are on the secondary cat delete and you can compare for yourself. Down onto second gear. Third. 6,000 RPM. Okay, straight, one more pull. Down onto second. Traction control came on. I love how it sounds with the secondary cat delete. It's still quite stock, except it's louder, but it still has that AMG baritone to it. We haven't ruined the noise in any way. I also like that there's a little bit of burble now. When you let off the gas just lightly, there's slight burble in the back. I don't know if you guys can hear that, so let me demonstrate. So into the fourth, there was a little. The best way of enjoying this car and the exhaust is putting it in the manual mode, and this is a true manual, meaning if you rev it all the way to 73, 72, 100 RPM, it's gonna jump off the rev limiter. Yeah, I like that with the secondary cat delete. It's louder across all the RPMs. Unlike the resonant delete where you have to rev it all the way to hear the difference. Alright, we're gonna rev it now. Old and mighty M156 V8. It's so linear. I love that, unlike the modern day turbo cars, turbocharged car engines, where the power on and off, and with the natural aspirated high revving V8, what's awesome is that the power is linear. The more you tap on the acceleration pedal, the higher it revs and the more torque and power comes. It's just something that unfortunately we have lost. Enjoy these cars while you can, guys. I always recommend, if you are in the market for AMG, you should definitely get one with an M156 engine in it. I know the throttle is electronically controlled, but it feels as if it was connected by a hard wire. I tapped the acceleration just a tad, and the RPMs like jump immediately. There is no lag. So it's almost like an electric car. As funny as it sounds, like, you know, comparing classics V8 to an electric, but you get the point. Alright, let's accelerate from a standstill in the first gear. Oh man, that wasn't good. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I bounced off the rev limiter on after the first gear. And I must say, I think with the secondary cat delete, the car has gotten more responsive, which makes total sense because there is less of the back pressure. I can smell the brakes. One thing I love about this car, guys, is that it's such a slipper. You know, people don't see it coming. Most people who are not into cars, they kind of like buy themselves, I don't know, Infinities and stuff, and they don't respect this car on the road initially, but then when you floor it, then they stop racing you. I mean, this car being like 507 horsepower rear wheel drive, that's 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. Even today, after 13 years of being into exploitation, on all season tires, I managed to do 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds when the factor number is 4 flat. But it's not just about 0 to 60 time either. It's about the full experience. It's not recommended to turn the traction control off, but let's try it. Sports. So everything is in sport.